Leading our bulletin this hour, the N1 north of Kroonstad is still closed to traffic following a truck carrying explosives that's still burning. 3 people have sustained minor injuries and there are also multiple light vehicles involved. Free State Emergency Medical Services Sipho Towa says the fire was extinguished but it started burning again. Fire services and other emergency services are on the scene. Towa says the challenge is that they cannot open the container as it might be too risky and they're waiting for specialists coming from Kempton Park who specialize in those explosives to open the container. Traffic is being diverted from Kroonstad to the R721 Vredefort and from Koppies to R82 Rooiwal, Heuningspruit back to N1 Kroonstad. Meanwhile, all lanes of the N3 at the Van Renen Pass have been reopened following a multiple vehicle pileup earlier this morning. All right, for the very latest, we're joined by Free State EMS Spokesperson Sipho Towa. Good afternoon, Sipho. Thank you very much for joining us on the program. Can we just start with the latest from the scene? Is the truck still there this hour?
Good evening. Yes, the truck is still there. They are still cooling off the truck. There's also explosive specialists that have arrived. They're also waiting for a crane which will lift the second trailer of the truck. So at the moment, the road remains closed until the whole containers have been safely secured and the specialist of explosive can confirm that there isn't any danger that the truck will then pose.
When you say the truck is cooling off, does that mean that the fire has been successfully extinguished this time around?
It is complete. It is under control, but we are not at a stage to can say it is fully extinguished.
Okay.
So hence they're going to continue making sure that they keep it cool until the specialists can then move in and ensure that all the explosives they won't have any effect or ignite any further.
On those explosives, do we know what kind of explosives were carried on that truck?
The only info we have from the truck driver is that they are mine explosives. They were transporting them from Cape Town to Zimbabwe.
And then any perhaps documentation of those explosives, so everything is above board in that respect?
That's affirmative. The law enforcement agencies have looked at that and they are in possession of all those documentation. Yes.
And then to the injuries, how many people have been left injured? Because we were reporting a bit earlier on 3, but those were minor injuries at this point. Is it still the same?
It's still the same. It was 3 minor injuries and they were treated on scene, but they were not transported to a facility. They had indicated they will then continue with their journey further.
And then as for the traffic, where is it being diverted to, just so that motorists can just make use of those diversion routes as we speak?
From Kroonstad, they are diverted to R721, which will then take them through to Vredefort and Parys and back to N1. From the N1, if they've passed the Kroonwald Toll Plaza, they can then off-ramp at Heuningspruit to go to R82, and then from R82 join to Kroonstad and then back to N1.
And then just lastly, you've stated that you're awaiting experts from Johannesburg to help put out the fire completely. Do you know when exactly those experts will be arriving?
The experts are on site as we speak. What we're now waiting for is a crane that will be assisting to lift the containers from the truck.
All right. And what is the process thereof? So it's just the lifting of that crane? All right. Unfortunately, we've lost Sipho Towa there. He's Free State EMS spokesperson, just giving us the very latest on that fire. Of course, there was a truck there. It still remains. It was carrying explosives.